All right, so I'm going to be talking about another tool that will help your market execution today. So when you use the executioner, one of the good things about the executioner is that it's more versatile, right? But sometimes when you're about to do your market execution, you don't even have a lot of time to even drag lines around the screen and all that. You might just want a situation where you are able to place your trades within microseconds, really, as it's just as fast as your hand can move. And in that case, we use the auto market, we drag it to the screen. So the first thing you have is risk per position. Now, this is basically tailored to trade the way we trade at Trade Experts. We always open twin positions, right? We always take twin trades. So for this, you need to set your risk per position. You notice that this is not risk per trade, it's risk per position. So you are going to be having two positions per trade. So it's going to open up two positions per trade. So you need to tell it how much you want to risk per position. So if you want to risk 1% in total for a trade, then your risk per position needs to be half of that, right? So your risk per position needs to be half of that. All right, which will be 0.5. Then the next thing you need to define is where your TP1 and your TP2 will be. All right, this is in percentage terms. So this is equivalent to 1R and this is equivalent to 3R. So if you want to set 5R, all you need to do is to set it to 500. If you want to set 1 is to 10, then it's going to be 1,000 and on and on. Now, when the EA, this is another important part, the reference time frame. All right. Now, the way the EA is designed to work, it's basically going to, it's basically going to check where the current low is. All right, let me quickly cancel this so I can explain clearly. So it's going to check where the low is. So let's say the low is currently here, right? It's going to check where that low is, and then it's going to add 50% to that. This is a tool that is designed solely really for the way we trade at Trade Experts. All right, so it's going to add 50% of that and then to define the SL. So if you're taking an intraday, any of the intraday models, then you need to set that to 1 day, right? So if it's an intraday model, you need to set that to 1 day. But if it is a weekly model, make sure that this is set to 1 week. So you can do this one way ahead of time. So when you're looking for your trades, maybe you come to your charts a couple of minutes before the close of your entry candle, right? And you could set all this. Then the other thing you could do is to set your minimum SL. As you are aware, for those of you on Trade Experts who know our models, our minimum SL on EU is 10 pips, and then our minimum SL on GU is 10 pips. So this is basically going to have all the values we need already stored in it, right? Our risk proposition, send it back to 0.5, and we have this like this. Another thing you could easily do is to save this. So you save it as a weekly model, weekly auto model. So that what will basically happen is anytime that you need this, you could just load the weekly auto model, and this will automatically appear right in there, right? Okay, so when we click on OK, we have that, and all we need to do immediately we are ready to execute at the close of our entry candle, we click on execute, right? And the trades is taken, right? So let's go over it again. So we click on execute, the trade is automatically taken. Remember, we said weekly model. So this is the high of the week. Is going to add 0.5 from where the market is to this high 0.5, add it to the top, and then give you your entry. Remember, it's opening two positions. We want to buy, just to go over it again. Click on execute. Your sell is going to be really small, right? And there you have it. Entry, TP, TP, TP1, TP2, your SL. That is that. All set. Good to go. All right. So the auto market is really good for your instant executions. Makes it very, very fast. So sometimes if you look at the setups that I post, they are taking in like microseconds. And that is because it's very simple. Let's say I'm supposed to take a trade at the close of this candle. I will just drop the mouse right on the execute button, and like a few seconds to go, I'll just keep my hand on the mouse. And once the candle just closes, bam, and the trades are in there already. All right. So it enables you to really catch the right entries the way you're supposed to. All right. So that is that about that. And if you have any questions, let me know. I would like to have your opinions about the auto market E.